Hello, 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 and welcome to our second segment of our webinar. The first webinar was focusing all about fruits. So if you haven't seen our first webinar, go back and watch it because it has a lot of great tidbits and information regarding fruits. But for our second webinar, we're going to be talking all about our vegetables. So without further ado, let's dive in. But hold up, wait a minute. Before we dive in, we need to know, do you have CalFresh? CalFresh is government assistance for those who are eligible. Government assistance to help pay for your groceries. So you could be eligible and you can get free groceries. So type in the URL link into your web browser right away, or you have a smartphone, you can scan the UR code on the right. So make sure you apply because this is an essential resource that can really benefit you and help you out. So why not apply? So for today's webinar, same thing as last time, we have three learning objectives. The first one is knowledge of when fruits and vegetables are in seasons. The second one is how to easily identify when a fruit or vegetable is bad. And thirdly, how to properly store your fruit and vegetables for longevity. Now I'm going to give you guys a quick tidbit. If you are ever unsure when it is best to go to the grocery store to buy your fruits and vegetables, you can always call your grocery store ahead of time and they will tell you, hey, oh, our vegetables, our carrots are this in, and they'll tell you that the carrots are good to go. They'll tell you when they just stock the fruits and vegetables. So make sure you call ahead into your grocery store because they'll tell you when the fruits and vegetables have just been stocked and you'll be able to buy the freshest fruit and vegetables on the shelf right away. So moving on to our first vegetable, we're going to talk about broccoli. And for those of you who don't know, there's a reason why as a kid we're always told to eat our vegetables. It's because the vegetables have a lot of important health benefits. And as we get older, they all become more and more important and crucial for us to eat these health benefits so we can have a healthy life and maintain a healthy lifestyle. So broccoli is rich in fiber, vitamin C, vitamin A is recommended for those who are suffering with obesity, high cholesterol, and hypertension, and is a low-calorie food. So go ahead and eat as much broccoli as you want and incorporate it into your daily meal. Remember, eat healthier. Broccolis are in season during the spring and fall. When you go to the grocery store, make sure you look for broccolis that are green and the ends should be moist. Avoid any broccoli that has the yellow coloring and brown ends because that means it's going bad. And when you're at the grocery store, don't be afraid to pick up your produce, okay? Look it up and really inspect it to make sure that it's really fresh. When you pick up a broccoli, it should feel moist and tight to the touch. Avoid ones that are dry looking and loose. They also still have a little bit of weight to them, so that means they're good. If they feel really light, that means that it's not a good broccoli and leave it right there at the grocery store. Now, when you take it home after buying it, make sure you store it in an unsealed plastic bag or down paper towels in your refrigerator up to 3 to 5 days. Now, our next vegetable, carrots. And doesn't this picture look so beautiful? Like, I really just want to take a bite into one of those carrots right now. And just like broccoli, carrots have so many health benefits as well. They help improve your skin, your kidney function, improve your liver function. They maintain a healthy heat. They are antiviral. They're great for your eyes and give you healthy teeth and anti-cancer. So vegetables are so important to eat. Carrots are in season during the summer. When you're at the grocery store, you want to look for ones that have a deep coloring, so a nice bright orange color with the bright green leaves. Avoid the carrots that have bruising and brown spotting. To the touch, when you pick up your carrot and run it along your fingers, it's so full, firm and smooth to the touch. Avoid carrots that feel lumpy, rubbery, and soft spots because it means that the carrot is going bad. Now, after you buy your carrots, the first thing you want to do is you want to cut off the leaves, and then you want to refrigerate the carrots in an unsealed plastic bag in the coolest area of your refrigerator. Make sure you keep them away from any fruits, and they should last up to a week or two in your fridge. Now, I know a lot of people are not really too familiar with asparagus, but after today's webinar, you're going to know all about asparagus. So just like our other two, asparagus also has plenty of health benefits. It's good for improving your heart health, fights and prevents cancer, regulates your blood sugar, a good source of fiber, a good source of protein. You don't always have to eat chicken, pork, beef. We think of protein, we often think of meat. That's not always the case. You don't always have to eat meat to get your protein. You can eat vegetables too. Vegetables also have protein. So asparagus is one of those vegetables that have protein, so make sure you learn about your vegetables. And it's also anti-aging. So a lot of health benefits with asparagus. It's a natural source of protein, and you incorporate it into your daily meals. Asparagus are in season during the spring. They still look rich in the green color. And to the touch, they feel firm and able to stand up straight with a smooth texture. If they don't have any of those qualities, that may start going bad and you should avoid them at the grocery store. But how do we store fresh asparagus? Well, there's two ways. The first way is you're going to trim the bottom of the stalks and you're going to wrap the ends in a wet paper towel. This will keep the asparagus moist. Store in a large loose plastic bag and place it into the vegetable crisper portion of your refrigerator, and this will last up to 3 to 4 days. Now, the second way is that you can trim the bottom of the stalks as well, but you're going to fill them into a bowl or a vase with about an inch of water. This will also keep them moist. You're going to place the end of the trims in the water and cover up the tips with plastic wrap. You can store in your refrigerator up to 3 to 4 days. So both ways work. I think the first way might be easier for some. Some prefer the second way. So it's just all about your preference. You can use the first way, you can use the second way. You can try both and see what works best for you. But that's the way you should properly store asparagus to keep them fresh and to keep them for longevity. Now, this is just a diagram showing you how to store and how to cut the stems. So go ahead and pause this video and give this graph a quick look over, just in case my instructions weren't really clear in the previous slide. But we're going to move on for now. So now we're going to talk about potatoes. I love potatoes. Potatoes, you can pretty much put potatoes with any meal. They're really great for they're really great vegetable and they really have variety and they can go with any meal. So who doesn't like potatoes? So potatoes are rich in vitamin C, B.C. They help control your blood sugars. They give you energy. They reduce inflammation. They cleanse your liver. They're high in fiber and low in sodium, high in vitamin A, and they prevent kidney stones. So potatoes, also another great vegetable, also lots of health benefits. But did you know there are different types of potatoes? So we're going to do my favorite thing. We're going to count them up. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are 15 different tomatoes that's on this graph right here. And they are separated into 3 categories: darky, waxy, and all-purpose. And it tells you which is best for which cooking you want to do. So let's say you want to do frying or baking, you want to do boiling, or all-purpose, stewing, roasting, pan frying. So potatoes have a large variety of ranges that you can use potatoes for. You can bake them, you can fry them, and it tells you which type of potatoes is best for the cooking of your choice. So once again, you have to love potatoes. They just go great with anything, and there's so many different ways that you can cook them. So you can definitely include them into your daily meals. So potatoes are in season during the spring. You want to look for potatoes at the grocery store that don't have any wrinkle skin, soft dark spots. You don't want those potatoes. You want to make sure that it's firm and smooth to the touch without any sprouts. And potatoes should not have a smell to them. So you found a potato that has a weird smell, leave it there at the grocery store. I'm telling you guys, you don't want to buy bad produce. Why waste your money on bad produce? Now, when you buy them, make sure that you never store fresh potatoes in the fridge. Potatoes like room temperature, okay? When they get in cold temperatures, they turn to sugar. And that's not good because we want our potatoes to be healthy, not sugar where it's going to be bad for us. So this is a diagram on how to store your potatoes, and make sure that you keep it in cool, humid place, but not cold. Once again, you do not want to freeze or cold your potatoes because it's going to turn to sugar, and that means it's going to go bad faster. Always inspect your potatoes for soft spots and mold and pest damage, because sometimes bugs and other things can get to the tomatoes. So we want to inspect them and make sure that nothing's getting to tomatoes, no soft spots. You want to avoid that. You also want to put them in a good bag for insulation, because potatoes need to breathe. But you also want to make sure that it's not too moist, because once it gets moist, it's going to produce mold. So make sure you just follow this diagram on how to store your tomatoes. Look at the previous slide as well. Don't store them in the refrigerator. Keep them at room temperature. And you can keep your tomatoes good for up to a week or two. Moving on to bell peppers. Now, who doesn't love bell peppers? They're great for tacos. You can add them to your stir fry. I mean, I just love bell peppers. And they also have health benefits. Now, I know a lot of you guys are looking at this, and the first thing that's going to jump out to you is it helps with weight loss. Yes, bell peppers help with weight loss because they boost your metabolism. And when you want to lose weight, you want to boost your metabolism because that's what's helping you burn off all that fat. They also are good for your eyes, and they're high in vitamins, and they regulate your blood pressure. So bell peppers, just like the other vegetables, are so good for you and so many health benefits. But there's also different types of bell peppers. So we're gonna do it, what? Countdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 different types of bell peppers, and they are different based on their size, their colors, their spiciness. Some bell peppers have a lot of spicy kick to them. Some bell peppers are more sweet, so it really just depends on your preference, but I guarantee you there's a bell pepper that's out there for you, that's perfect for you and your family. So make sure you find out more about bell peppers based on this picture, and go out to the grocery store and buy them and make yourself a nice meal for you and your family. So bell peppers are in season during the summer. You want to look for green bell peppers that are unripe. You want to look for green peppers that are unripe, so that means that they're not good, so don't buy them. Red peppers are fully ripe, and yellow and orange are in between. You want to make sure that they are well shaped, firm, and glossy to the touch. You want to store them in your refrigerator, and you want to make sure that you store them in the crisp part of your refrigerator, so the coldest area of your refrigerator, and bell peppers to last between a week or two. So that's all we have for you about our second half of the webinar talking about vegetables. If you want to hear more, make sure you comment below and let us know. If you're interested in a particular type of fruit or vegetable that wasn't discussed, let us know. If you have more tips and information, let us know in the comments so we can incorporate that into our next webinar. Our next webinar is going to be on herbs and spices. So you also have ideas about that, add that into the comments as well. But before you guys do, please fill out the assessment form. You can type in the URL link into your web browser, or once again, you have a smartphone, you can scan the QR code. I cannot emphasize enough to please fill out the webinar for both the fruit and vegetable webinar sessions. Reasons why I used to fill out the assessment form is because number one, it helps give our organization funding. Number two, it helps us to know what tool and resources that you guys want because you are the audience, you are the clientele, and we're trying to provide you with tools and resources. So you let us know what you want and how we can tailor the information and resources to best benefit you guys. And these assessment forms also help go to upper management and help us keep our funding so we can create more tools and resources for you guys. And thank you for watching the second segment of our webinar. If you have any questions, please email us below. Or if you have any ideas on what you want for our webinar for next time, please email us or comment below. And thank you for watching the second half of our webinar. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with me right now and listening to what I had to say. I really hope you guys got a lot out of it, and I hope it made it easier for you to go grocery shopping, knowing the house and what not to when it comes to fruits and vegetables, so you can feel more confident that you're buying the freshest produce and also keeping it stored for longevity. And thank you so much once again. I cannot say thank you enough. Please comment below if you like this webinar, any comments, suggestions, and thank you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful day and happy grocery shopping. And if you haven't already, apply for CalFresh right now. Go back, rewind this webinar, type in the link, scan the code, and apply for CalFresh. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.